Does anyone here ever feel like life is so boring? It starts like you just doom scrolling through your social media, telling yourself just one more hour, but somehow you still keep scrolling all day. Meanwhile, you see other people living the life that you want, and little by little, you begin to feel tired. Even though, even though that you say that you want to change, but somehow you still can't step out of your comfort zone. So, what's the main problem? The truth is, most people waste their time not because they're incapable, but because they don't have a clear goal. So that's why today I will talk about something very important. Why dream big is scary but worth it. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Joanna, a grade 12 student from Global Prestasi School, Bekasi. Over these past 3 years, I've been so grateful for experiences that shaped my dream, especially participating several astronomy Olympiads. Well, since elementary school, I dreamed of becoming an Olympiad student. So I joined the Indonesian National Science Olympiad, or OSN, 3 times. In 2019, in 2021, in 2022, yet I never qualified past the city level. But looking back, I realized that I had been too pessimistic about myself. I kept telling myself that it was impossible to get a medal. So unsurprisingly, my life followed the story I kept repeating. Sometimes we play it safe with our own dreams, setting goals that are easy to achieve so we won't feel like failures, but that's the main problem that keeps our life stuck. So when you feel like your life is boring, maybe it's because you haven't dreamed big enough to make yourself move. If you're sitting here today, let this be your sign to start chasing something bigger. Dream so big that it scares you. Dream so big that it stays in your mind and refuses to let go. In senior high school, I knew I wasn't a genius. I knew my abilities had limits. But I also knew that I dared to dream big. So I wrote down those crazy dreams and chose to believe that I could achieve it even though they felt incredibly far out of reach. And you know what? That single decision ended up changing my life. I understand that big dreams feel intimidating, and that fear can make us settle for smaller goals. It's okay if we don't really know what our future looks like. Sometimes in our life, we used to just follow our daily routines and follow social expectations. But when we live by others' opinions, we slowly lose confidence in ourselves. For example, When we share an uncommon dream, others may say that it's impossible for you, and too often we accept those opinions immediately, even though they don't really know who we truly are. So it's really important to ask ourselves, what do I really want? Not what do they want? Because when we are clear about our own dreams, it can bring out the very best potential that we have to pursue them. I believe that dreams can act as a roadmap to success. When we know what we're working toward, it's become easier for us to make a concrete steps and also even become more serious about the tasks in front of us, just like playing a game. At the beginning of my senior high school journey, I set a bigger dream, joining the Beasiswa Indonesia Maju preparation program. It's a scholarship program for 11th grade students preparing to study abroad. But it required someone to becoming a finalist of Indonesian National Science Olympiad. To be honest, at that time, I didn't even know what university I wanted yet, but at least when I know what my dream is, I know what step should I take to achieve those dreams. So once I set my goals, I studied every day. I read countless books. Even I joined many training programs for astronomy Olympiads. But I think having dreams is not only give us direction, but also open thousands of opportunities. Okay, let's go back to the scholarship program that I said earlier. Unfortunately, by grade 11, it no longer existed. And I was very sad about it, but it turned out that God had better plan for me. So, at the National Science Olympiad, I didn't just become a finalist, I became a medalist. And after that, I was selected through an intensive training and selection program to represent Indonesia at the International Olympiad on Astronomy and Astrophysics. And this journey also helped me to get accepted into my dream university, which is NTU in Singapore. See, like in grade 10, I didn't even know there's IUAE, there's an international continuation after National Olympiad. Yet, by chasing one dream, many new dreams begin to appear. So don't wait until you're ready, just start, because when you're brave enough to begin, many opportunities will follow you. So now what? What should we do? What should you do? I have summarized this into 3 main points. First one, be adventurous. Find purpose through experience because experiences are non-transferable. So no one can live them for you. You are the one who have to discover what you truly like and start as early as possible. Second, limit your choices. Sometimes when we already know what we want, we tend to stick with what more feels safe. So find a position where you have no choices but pursue your dream. And the last one is actually my favorite advice that I got from my astronomy Olympiad tutor. He said that live with no regret. Because like no one is ever 100% sure they will succeed. What matters is you still believing in your purpose and daring to move forward anyway. So when you feel unmotivated, feel every day feels dull, find a dream that can pushes you forward and take you further than you can ever imagine. Remember that dreams can help you discover the best version of yourself. Dreams can even become your roadmap to success and open thousands of opportunities to you. In the end, it's not about being the smartest. It's about being brave enough to dream big, dream brave enough to achieve those dreams. Dreaming big can be scary, but trust me, it is always worth it. Thank you.